Namaskar, I'm Assistant Professor Kritika Dev from LJ School of Law. Today, as you can see on the screen, we'll be dealing with abduction. I hope you remember the term kidnapping that we have studied in the last session. So here, even in the last session, I told you a bit about abduction that we'll be reading about it in altogether a new session. So today, here we are. So abduction. Now, what happens, as I said, that these two terms, when it comes to kidnapping and abduction, they're generally being used as the synonym of each other. Sometimes whenever abduction is supposed to be used, people generally use kidnapping. And wherever kidnapping is supposed to be used, people use the term abduction. So today we will see what actually confuses those minds. And how are we going to get an idea about it, or how are we going to get a clear concept? By seeing or by reading the section and the hidden ingredients of the section, right? So let me tell you very one important thing, that kidnapping and abduction are two different terms. Do not ever use them as the synonym for each other. Okay, and today we'll see the reason why you are not supposed to do that. So let's move forward to see the definition. Now let's see what the definition says. Excuse me. Yes, there is some, pardon me for that technical error. Okay, so let's see the definition. What the definition says. The definition is being mentioned under section 362. So now let's quickly see what the definition is saying. Whoever by force compels or by any deceitful means induces any person to go from any place is said to abduct that person. So the definition is short and sweet, but of course the ingredients are very important. So, for abduction, a simple meaning is also been given. So before going to the ingredients, let's see the simple meaning which is there. Abduction, the meaning which has been given. To abduct means to carry off, right? To take a person or kidnap a person illegally by force or deception. So under this section, abduction means to compel by force or deceitful means to induce a person to go from one place to another. So here we can see the element of force is there, compelling, right? You're compelling somebody to move. So you're forcing somebody to move from one place or the other, or from one place to the other place. Now let's see the ingredients. As I was focusing more on force, so let's see these ingredients. So firstly, let's see force, right? When we read the term kidnapping, you remember that exam, going to a beautiful place in India and you were free to choose the place. So here, force, the element of force is there, whereas in kidnapping we did not see the force of the element of force. Of course, let's not go into detail about the differences, because as I said, I've made another video about the differences between the same. So let's focus on abduction. So here the element of force is there, okay, or deceitful means. Force, you can see in the image that the guy is forcing the girl to be in the car, and that girl is resisting because she does not like that force, of course. So she's resisting that force. So here by the image we can simply see that she's been forced. Or deceitful means, right? Telling somebody else something and it ends up at something. Like for example, if somebody seeks lift from you, and you just say, okay, I know that place, or you are asking for the lift, and somebody says, I know that place. So of course that person used a deceitful means to get you inside his car. If he would have said, I do not know that place, or if I have the intention or anything like that, you would have said no. But he said, I know that place and I'll drop you there. So he used the deceitful means here, right? He said something whereas he meant something else inside. So whether it could be the element of force or the deceitful means, or element is there, or maybe both, right? Earlier the deceitful means and then force, or whatever, both could be there. But even if one element is there, that's it, to go from one place or to the other. So the distance between the place is not being defined, like to 2 kilometers, to 3 kilometers, to 10 kilometers, or to any other place. It's from one place to the other, right? Just from one place to the other. So whatever the place is, whatever the difference is, if somebody is taken even forcefully from my very main door to the main gate of the society, or to the of the campus, then that also amounts to abduction. If it is by force, that distance does not matter. The other person cannot say it was just the premises, so I just thought that's all right. No, that is not all right, because I was not willing to move from my main door to the other main door, or to the main door of the campus, or on the road, or on to the main road. I was not willing to do so. So the element of force was there, and he took me from one place to the other. So here also, if we see that, coming to the age of the person does not matter. Any person, right? When he's taken from one place to the other by the element of force, then abduction is being committed. Now let's see some of the other interesting facts about abduction, which are hidden. They are hidden. You will not see them right away in the section, but they are hidden. So these are the three elements on which you'll have to bring your notice. It is an continuing offense, right? It is a continuing offense. What does that mean? It means, like, let's take for an example, for say a person is being taken, A is being taken by B, correct? A is being taken by B from one place to the other. A is being taken by B. Now here, A is here with B. Now again, a C party takes A from B, right? So here B committed abduction as soon as B took A, or B moved A from one place to the other, and C also committed abduction as soon as he moved A again from that place to another place. So it is a continuing offense, right? So whosoever how many times commits it, the person commits abduction. Now here, in kidnapping, we have seen that, of course, intention is nowhere relevant. But here, important intention plays a vital role. It is very important. If somebody, just for a birthday party, took me from my main door to the main gate, that because they planned a surprise. So of course, there was no intention. That person can simply go and say, we planned a party. So we had no intention to do anything like that, right? So here intention plays a very vital role. Now the very third element, which says about abduction is not punishable per se. What does that mean? It means that abduction is not an offense punishable by itself, right? It becomes an offense only with connection, or with connection to the other offenses. Simply, if you just mention these elements, abduction in the whole IPC, you will not find simply, as we have seen in the kidnapping, simply the definition or simply the punishment is being given. But here, under the whole IPC, you will not find any specific punishment just for abduction. Abduction has to be combined with some other offense, only then it becomes an offense, right? So it is not a punishable offense in itself. It has to be combined with some other offenses to become a punishable offense. Now, these are the listed ones. These are the offenses, or these are the combined offenses which makes abduction punishable. So the first one is kidnapping or maiming for begging. That is relevant to, of course, kidnapping. The second one, kidnapping or abducting in order to murder. Now, if somebody does so in order to murder, that is punishable. Kidnapping for ransom, that is punishable. Kidnapping or abducting or inducing women to compel her marriage. Now, that is also punishable. So, abduction becomes punishable only when it is combined to some other offense, right? Till then, no specific punishment just for abduction, just by stating that punishment for abduction is this. You will not find anywhere that particular thing under IPC. So I guess here you must have got the clear idea, you must have got the section completely, and with this I would like to actually state that do not use kidnapping and abduction as the synonym for each other. They are two different terms, and by now uh, uh, you must have got all the queries solved in your brain that coming to kidnapping, the elements are completely different, and coming to abduction, the elements are completely different. So, no using these two terms as the synonyms, right? So, in the next lecture, we will see the difference between the two, and in that very session, you will again get these two words drawn or been differentiated by a line where you'll see the differences very clearly, right? Till then, again revise kidnapping and abductions so that when we read the difference between the two, you will be clear with the concept, right? Till then, keep studying. Thank you for watching.